Border Patrol wasn't making their rounds, so we fired a shot, took the flag.
The 1970s were a golden era for music, a time when bold experimentation, unforgettable hooks, and unique voices shaped the sound of a generation. Some artists built lasting empires, while others flashed brilliantly with one perfect hit before disappearing from the spotlight. These one-hit wonders proved that sometimes a single song is all it takes to secure a place in music history. Today, we'll revisit 15 unforgettable one-hit wonders from the 1970s, tracks that defined moments, stirred emotions, and continue to echo through movies, commercials, and playlists decades later. Some will spark instant nostalgia. Others might surprise you with how influential they truly were.
Never had no problems, yeah.
Let's begin with a breezy anthem born in just 10 minutes. A song that sold over 30 million copies and became the sound of summer. 1. In the Summertime by Mungo Jerry.
Take her out for a meal. If a daddy's boy, just do what you feel. Speed along.
Few songs capture the carefree spirit of summer like In the Summertime. Released in 1970 by British band Mungo Jerry, it was written by lead singer Ray Dorset in just 10 minutes, a burst of inspiration that would change his life.
We love everybody, but we do as we please when the weather's fine.
Its skiffle-style rhythm, jug band influences, and laid-back delivery gave it a charm that stood out immediately from the rock and pop dominating the charts. With lyrics celebrating sunny days, romance, and freedom, the track resonated across generations. Selling over 30 million copies worldwide, it became one of the best-selling singles in history. Its success even sparked a revival of jug band music, inspiring musicians to pick up washboards, kazoos, and other quirky instruments. Despite its enduring popularity, Mungo Jerry never matched the song's impact, and their later releases barely made a dent in the charts. Still, In the Summertime remains a staple of warm weather playlists, instantly transporting listeners back to endless days of sunshine and simple pleasures. 2. Spirit in the Sky by Norman Greenbaum. With its fuzzed-out guitar riffs and gospel-style harmonies, Spirit in the Sky was unlike anything else on the airwaves in 1969. Norman Greenbaum, inspired by a TV evangelist despite not being religious himself, crafted a track that felt both rebellious and uplifting. The combination of gritty rock tones and soulful backing vocals gave it a sound that was fresh, bold, and instantly memorable. The song's optimistic lyrics and driving rhythm helped it climb the charts, eventually becoming a classic featured in countless movies, commercials, and TV shows. Artists across genres have covered it, proving its universal appeal. But for Greenbaum, this would be his only major hit. Attempts to recreate its magic fell flat, and by the mid-1970s, he had stepped away from the spotlight. Still, Spirit in the Sky remains a cultural touchstone, instantly recognizable more than 50 years later. 3. Hooked on a Feeling by Blue Swede.
I'm high on believing.
Few songs are as instantly recognizable as Hooked on a Feeling, thanks to its unforgettable Ooga Chaka chant. Originally recorded by B.J. Thomas in 1968, the track was reimagined in 1974 by Swedish band Blue Swede. Borrowing the chant from Jonathan King's 1971 version, they paired it with a polished, upbeat arrangement that rocketed to #1 on the Billboard Hot 100.
I don't need no cure.
For a brief moment, Blue Swede looked poised for lasting success, but within a year, the band had disbanded, with later singles failing to chart. Despite their short run, Hooked on a Feeling lived on, finding renewed fame in commercials, TV shows, and especially the 2014 film Guardians of the Galaxy, where it became an anthem for a whole new generation. Sometimes one song is all it takes to leave a permanent mark, and for Blue Swede, this was it. 4. Brandy, You're a Fine Girl. Looking-Glass. Released in 1972, Brandy, You're a Fine Girl combined vivid storytelling with an irresistible melody. Written by lead singer Elliot Lurie, it tells the bittersweet tale of Brandy, a barmaid who wins the hearts of sailors, but whose true love is forever bound to the sea. Its warm verses and soaring chorus painted such a clear picture that listeners could almost see the harbor and feel Brandy's quiet longing. The song soared to #1 on the Billboard Hot 100, yet Looking-Glass couldn't match its success with later releases. By 1974, the band had split, with Lurie moving on to a successful career in TV and film music. Still, Brandy endured, making notable appearances in films and shows, most memorably in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, where its lyrics perfectly paralleled the film's emotional core. It remains one of the most beloved narrative-driven songs of the decade. Number 5. Come and Get Your Love by Redbone. In 1974, Come and Get Your Love brought a vibrant mix of rock, funk, and pop to the charts, earning Redbone, one of the first major all-Native American bands, a historic breakthrough. Led by brothers Pat and Lolly Vegas, the track's catchy bass line, rhythmic guitar work, and uplifting chorus made it impossible to resist. Peaking at number 5 on the Billboard Hot 100, the song was more than just a hit. It was a celebration of identity. Redbone proudly embraced their heritage, even choosing a name that reflected mixed Native and European descent. Though later releases failed to match its success, Come and Get Your Love never faded from popular culture. Its biggest revival came in 2014, when it opened Guardians of the Galaxy, instantly reintroducing it to millions worldwide. Today, it stands as both a feel-good anthem and a milestone in representation. 6. Dancing in the Moonlight by King Harvest.
And everybody here is out of sight. They don't bark.
Light, dreamy, and effortlessly uplifting, Dancing in the Moonlight feels like pure joy in musical form. Written by Sherman Kelly, the song was born from a dark chapter in his life. After surviving a violent attack while traveling in the Caribbean, Kelly imagined a world where people gathered under the night sky in peace and happiness, a vision that became the heart of the song's lyrics. King Harvest's 1972 version, with its gentle piano, smooth rhythm, and warm harmonies, slowly climbed the charts to become a beloved 70s classic. But like many on this list, the band couldn't repeat the magic, and their later releases fell flat. Still, Dancing in the Moonlight has lived on through countless covers, film soundtracks, and commercials. The original remains the most cherished, reminding listeners that even from hardship, something beautiful can emerge. 7. Afternoon Delight by Starland Vocal Band.
When it's right while waiting till the middle of a cold, dark night.
In 1976, Afternoon Delight charmed listeners with its sweet harmonies and soft acoustic sound, all while hiding a playful, suggestive twist in its lyrics. Written by Bill Danoff and performed by the Washington, D.C.-based Starland Vocal Band, the track celebrated romance in the most lighthearted way, balancing innocence with a wink. The song's gentle melody and polished vocal blend helped it soar to #1 on the Billboard Hot 100, earning the group a Grammy Award for Best New Artist. For a moment, their future looked bright. They even landed a CBS variety show. But follow-up singles never gained traction, and the band quietly faded in the early 1980s. Still, Afternoon Delight found a lasting place in pop culture, popping up in films, commercials, and TV shows. Its most memorable revival came in the 2004 comedy Anchorman, where a comedic sing-along cemented its status as a feel-good 70s classic. 8. Black Betty by Ram Jam.
Whoa, Black Betty, bam lamb. Whoa, Black Betty, bam lamb. Black Betty had a child.
Explosive, gritty, and unapologetically bold, Black Betty hit the airwaves in 1977 like a shot of pure adrenaline. Originally a traditional African-American work song, first recorded by blues legend Leadbelly in 1939, it was transformed by Ram Jam into a hard rock powerhouse with pounding drums and searing guitar riffs. The track climbed to number 18 on the Billboard Hot 100, but its journey wasn't without controversy. Some critics claimed the lyrics carried racial undertones, leading certain radio stations to ban it. Still, its raw energy made it a favorite at sporting events and in high-octane commercials. For Ram Jam, it was their single brush with mainstream success. Later singles failed to gain momentum, and the band soon disappeared from the charts. Yet Black Betty has endured for decades, covered by numerous artists, and kept alive in stadiums, films, and rock playlists worldwide. 9. Play That Funky Music by Wild Cherry.
You start to feeling so low. And I decided.
Sometimes, a hit is born from an unexpected moment. For Wild Cherry, it happened when a heckler shouted from the crowd, "Play that funky music, white boy!" Lead singer Rob Parisi took the comment to heart, turned it into a song, and in 1976 released a funk rock anthem that would define their career. Blending rock's edge with funk's irresistible groove, the track shot straight to number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 and became a disco-era staple. Its infectious bass line, brass accents, and sing-along chorus made it a dance floor favorite across clubs and parties. Despite its massive success, Wild Cherry couldn't match the impact of their debut hit. Later singles failed to chart as high, and the band eventually disbanded. Yet Play That Funky Music remains a permanent fixture in pop culture, from wedding receptions to movie soundtracks, ensuring Wild Cherry's brief moment in the spotlight will never be forgotten. 10. The Night the Lights Went Out in Georgia.
Hello, said hello, and he said hi, what's doing, whoa, sit down.
Vicki Lawrence. Best known at the time as a comedian on The Carol Burnett Show, Vicki Lawrence stunned audiences in 1973 with a dark, dramatic ballad that couldn't have been further from her TV persona. Written by her then-husband, Bobby Russell, The Night the Lights Went Out in Georgia tells a gripping tale of betrayal, injustice, and a wrongful execution, all set against a haunting Southern backdrop. Originally intended for Cher, the song was rejected for being too controversial, giving Lawrence the chance to make it her own. It quickly soared to number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100, proving she had the vocal chops to match her acting skills. Despite the song's success, Lawrence's music career was short-lived, and she soon returned to television. Still, the track became an enduring classic, covered by multiple artists and remembered as one of the most captivating story songs of the 70s. 11. Rock On by David Essex.
And where do we go from here?
In 1973, British singer David Essex released Rock On, a track that broke every mold of the era's mainstream rock. Built around a minimalist bass line, echoing percussion, and Essex's haunting vocals, the song carried an almost futuristic feel that made it stand out instantly. Its sparse arrangement and mysterious atmosphere created a hypnotic effect, drawing listeners into something unlike anything else on the charts. Rock On climbed to number 5 on the US Billboard Hot 100 and became a signature hit for Essex, who enjoyed continued success in the UK but never again scored a major US hit. In 1989, actor Michael Damian recorded a more polished cover for the film Dream a Little Dream, sending the song back into the charts and introducing it to a new generation. Though Essex's US chart presence was brief, Rock On remains a distinctive slice of 70s pop culture, a reminder that sometimes the most unconventional approach leaves the deepest mark. 12. Stuck in the Middle with You by Steelers Wheel.
Jokers to the right, here I am, stuck in the middle with you.
Released in 1972, Stuck in the Middle with You was intended as a playful satire of the music industry. Written by Jerry Rafferty and Joe Egan, the track poked fun at record executives while delivering a sound that blended Dylan-esque vocals with an irresistibly catchy folk rock groove. The single became a top 10 hit on the Billboard Hot 100, but behind the scenes, Steelers Wheel was plagued by internal tensions. The band disbanded just a few years later, and Rafferty went on to find solo success with hits like Baker Street. Though its initial fame faded, Stuck in the Middle with You returned to pop culture in a big way in 1992 when Quentin Tarantino used it during the infamous ear-cutting scene in Reservoir Dogs. The contrast between its upbeat melody and the shocking visuals cemented the song's cult status, ensuring its place as one of the most memorable one-hit wonders of the 70s. 13. Magic. Pilot.
Believe it's not so, it's magic.
Few tracks can brighten a mood as instantly as Magic. Released in 1974 by Scottish pop-rock band Pilot, the song paired dreamy production with an upbeat, optimistic melody that felt tailor-made for radio. With its breezy guitar lines, catchy "Oh, oh, oh, it's magic" hook, and soaring harmonies, it quickly climbed to number 5 on the US Billboard Hot 100. Despite the hit's success, Pilot struggled to follow it up. Later singles failed to make a splash, and the band eventually dissolved, with members moving on to other music projects. Yet Magic has lived on for decades thanks to its inclusion in commercials, TV shows, and films. Its warm, feel-good energy continues to charm new listeners, proving that even a single hit can keep a band's name alive in pop culture. 14. Vehicle by the Ides of March. Released in 1970, Vehicle roared onto the charts with its bold brass section, gritty vocals, and high-energy rock groove. Written by lead singer Jim Peterick, the song's punchy horn arrangements led many listeners to mistake the Ides of March for the more famous Blood, Sweat and Tears. The single shot to number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100, becoming the band's defining moment. However, they couldn't sustain that momentum, and their later releases failed to match Vehicle's impact. The group faded from mainstream attention, though Peterick went on to achieve massive success as a co-writer of Eye of the Tiger for Survivor. Decades later, Vehicle remains a staple of classic rock radio and has been featured in films, commercials, and TV, proving its enduring appeal as one of the most energetic one-hit wonders of the 70s. Number 15. Video Killed the Radio Star by the Buggles.
And now I understand the problems you could see.
When the Buggles released Video Killed the Radio Star in 1979, they probably didn't expect it to make music history. Written by Trevor Horn, Jeff Downes, and Bruce Woolley, the song captured the bittersweet shift from radio's golden age to the dawn of music videos. Its futuristic synths, layered vocals, and catchy melody made it stand out in the late 70s pop landscape. The track topped charts in 16 countries and became iconic in 1981 when MTV chose it as the very first music video ever aired. While the Buggles never scored another major hit, Horn and Downes went on to enjoy significant careers in other projects, including Yes and Asia. Even today, Video Killed the Radio Star remains a cultural milestone, not just for its infectious sound, but for symbolizing a turning point in how audiences consume music. It's proof that a single song can define an entire moment in history. The artists on this list may have only touched the top of the charts once, but their songs have endured far beyond their brief moment in the spotlight. Each track captures more than just a melody. It holds the spirit of its time, sparking nostalgia and connecting generations through shared memories. From sunny anthems and heartfelt ballads to experimental sounds and infectious grooves, these one-hit wonders of the 1970s proved that a single song can leave an indelible mark on music history. Whether you first heard them on vinyl, cassette, or in a movie decades later, they still have the power to transport you back in time. So, which of these classics is your favorite? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us next time as we revisit more unforgettable moments from music's past.